And people don't want to share about the downsides that happen after a juice fast. What's up, soul family? Hope you're having an absolutely wonderful day. If you've been following my content, my videos recently, you'll know that just a few weeks ago I ended a 35-day juice fast that I was on, 35 days of only juice. And that was very beautiful and also tough, raw, real, transformative, and necessary experience for me. I'm really grateful that I got to have the space and time in my life where I could go on that juice fast for an extended period of time, really of 35 days. Really proud of myself for doing that and for just doing that work and seeing what I needed to see in that time. And yeah, that's what I'll say about that. I'm making this video today because I kind of want to come forward and be honest about some things that I'm struggling with now after that juice fast. You know, I think a lot of people have it in their heads that if they do a juice fast, a long juice fast, a long water fast, that it's going to essentially heal all the problems they have in their body, heal everything in their mind, their emotions, spiritually, and that they're just gonna walk through this juice fast, finish it, and kind of just become this whole new person. And then you just continue on with raw eating if you're in this raw community that I'm referring to. Yeah, and then people just think they're gonna be perfect after the juice fast, and it's not as easy as it sounds. It's not quite that simple. And I think there's a lot of people that have experienced and are experiencing what I'm gonna explain to you, but unfortunately, it just so happens that when people are doing a juice fast, they really like to, you know, post about it, share on their Instagram or their YouTube, wherever, all these, you know, beautiful looking juices, and just tell people how great they're feeling. That's what I was doing, right? I was only publishing positive content because I was feeling great for the most part. Physically, I was feeling good, and I just wanted to share, you know, my strength. I can still do pull-ups and muscle-ups and push-ups, and I could still play basketball for hours a day. You know, I had so much extra energy because my body wasn't using any energy to digest complex foods. So I had energy to be able to do other things. You know, I had a lot of creative ideas. I was feeling more in touch with myself spiritually. These are all great things, and I was sharing about this, and I wasn't really sharing much about the negatives. And I think other people do this as well. They share about the juice fast, and then after the juice fast ends, I think what happens to me also happens to other people, and which is what I'm about to explain. And people don't want to share about the downsides that happen after a juice fast. So I'll just share. I won't talk about what anyone else might be experiencing. I'm just gonna talk now about what I'm going through. And what I'm going through is kind of just falling back into old toxic eating patterns. I've been eating even some not raw foods. So if you don't know, I've been a vegan for, let's just say I stopped eating animals and all animal byproducts nearly 4 years ago. Started eating mostly raw about almost 2 years ago. So I've been raw vegan for almost 2 years. And this is how I feel my best, eating a lot of fruit, vegetables, some nuts and seeds. Raw makes me feel my absolute best. It's been the most sustainable thing for me. Yeah, I feel best when eating raw. So I was thinking that I would finish the juice fast and just really ease back into raw, just slowly eating lots of fruit, you know, just like high watery fruit, watermelons and stuff like that for like a few days, and still drink juices, and then incorporate vegetables slowly and fats really slowly. And I thought I was just gonna ease back into it, and it was gonna be really, you know, simple and not that difficult. Some things that I didn't consider was that, and I just talked to my friend about this. He gave me a lot of insights from his experience, and he helped me kind of understand what's been going on. So what I think happened during this juice fast is that I was in a very restrictive state, right? I was actually drinking mostly fruit juices. Primarily watermelon juice was my favorite, because watermelons, the juice is so sweet, so delicious. Also, kind of on a budget, you know, don't have all the money in the world. Watermelons are huge. You can get a ton of juice out of them for very little cost. So I was drinking mostly watermelon juice on this juice fast. Some green juices sometimes, but not that often. Mostly watermelon. So really I was kind of restricting my body to, you know, mostly the vitamin and mineral content that you're gonna get from drinking watermelon juice, which watermelons have plenty of good things inside them, but it's not everything that the body needs to function at the best level, right? If watermelons had everything, then I think the world would just be full of watermelons. There would be no farms, no other fruits and vegetables, right? So watermelons don't have everything, which means my body was being deprived of some vitamins, some minerals. Not only that, but because, you know, I was just drinking juices, I was getting some energy from juices, right? And then what happens when that energy runs out? My body needs more energy to function. So I was taking energy from my fat stores to create energy for myself to be able to go play basketball, exercise, whatever else. So I lost a lot of fat and I became really lean. I looked really muscular, saw my six pack and everything. It was a nice feeling, right? But so my body basically used up the kind of like excess fat storage, and our bodies are kind of biologically designed to, you know, want to have like this kind of just in case storage of fat and calories, and they're kind of programmed in like this survival mode, right? So that's why it's really easy for us to like kind of overeat on things that are like really dense, like, you know, for example, if you were just to eat like an apple, you probably wouldn't want to eat like 20 apples after that, right? Because they're filled with like so much fiber, it would fill you up. But if you had a spoon of peanut butter, your body's kind of thinking like, whoa, that has a lot of calories. Let's get more of that, more of that, more of that. That's going to help us when we need this, when we don't have food and we're in survival mode, right? So really easy to eat something like peanut butter because it has a ton of calories. Your body wants to store all that fat inside of it for later. So where am I getting with this? Broke the juice fast, and I think because of the restriction that I was on for 35 days, now I've introduced food back in, and the signals are kind of going to my brain saying like, hey, he's eating now. Like, let's get whatever we can. Like, all the fat has been depleted, you know, we're not very prepared for survival mode. We're not prepared for a survival situation in case there's no crops or whatever, right? So I think my body is kind of trying to make up for the lack of calories and things that it was getting during the juice fast. And yeah, basically I've just been like eating like a madman, all right? So what's been happening to me about the last week and a half is I start off eating melons during the day. I feel really good, hydrated. And I don't know why this happens. Maybe this happens to you as well. For me, it's always been a problem in the evening. I turn into a fucking food werewolf. So I get these crazy cravings in the evening. Like I said, I eat fruits and melons a lot during the day. And then right around like 7 or 8 p.m. at night, I get the craziest. It doesn't matter what I eat. Like if I just eat a salad or an avocado or whatever it is, it just like triggers something. And my body's just kind of saying like, yo, eat more, eat more, eat more. It's a combination of things probably, like I said, the restriction, and now my body's trying to make up for it. Also probably some cravings that were, you know, some kind of psychological stuff about my behavior with food, my relationship with food, rather, that's coming up, that the juice fast kind of brought up some deep things inside of me, and now they're coming up. And yeah, my self-control has not been very good. So let's see, last night I had an avocado with like a big thing of greens, right? That's all right, not too bad. Got your greens, got your healthy fat, but this triggered me to want to eat more, something cooked. So I took some potatoes, chopped up like 5 potatoes, put them in the air fryer, which is like an instrument that I know I shouldn't be using because it's a fryer, no oil, but it's destroying the nutrients in the food because it's heating it up to such a high temperature. So I know I shouldn't be using that, but I put a bunch of potatoes in the air fryer, made some potatoes with some ketchup, which is super acidic, super salty, artificial, bad. I know I shouldn't be eating that, but I really just lose self-control. So I had a big thing of potatoes with some ketchup. That wasn't enough, right? It's just like fried starch with ketchup. You think that just triggers, you know, triggers whatever old feelings and old flavors that I used to eat when I was a teenager, like, oh, for potatoes and ketchup. This is just the side piece of the meal, you know. I need more. So, you know, I had some chips and salsa, some processed tortilla chips, Tostitos, and some salsa that we had in the fridge. And then I had these vegan like coconut ice cream sandwiches that my mom keeps in the freezer. So I just went on a bender. I was binging, and yeah, that's what I've been doing for like the last week and a half. Just eating fruits during the day, and then at night I just go on these crazy binges, stay up late. You know, it's also given me other bad habits, like I stay up late when I do this, and I'm like kind of watching this kind of entertainment stuff on YouTube that's not really learning anything, you know, just watching it for entertainment. So one bad habit leads to another bad habit, leads to another bad habit. And then I wake up the next day feeling not very good, and I'm like, you know what? I'm not gonna do that again. Eat fruit, blah, blah, blah. Nighttime comes, don't have the self-control, and I do it again. How does this tie into juice fasting? So, like I said, I think what's happening now is very much related to the juice fast, because I got I got thinner, I lost some fat, and I think some deep things just came out from this juice fast, and now they're kind of manifesting themselves afterwards. And yeah, it's just really a test of my self-control, and it's a learning experience for sure. But I think people really just need to consider this concept that when you do a juice fast, you are, you know, kind of restricting your body to an extent, like, of what you're taking in, especially if you do it like me and you're just drinking a lot of like mono juices, like watermelon juice. If you drink green juices, at least you're getting more vitamins, more minerals, like more sodium and things like this. I was just drinking a lot of sugary, sweet watermelon juice. So I was probably kind of lacking on some minerals, you know, sodium and some other things. So yeah, this is what's been happening to me. I am deciding, you know, eat every... I could tell you that like today I've stopped this nonsense and I'm going to do better, but it's a challenge. It really is. And I'm trying my best. I'm gonna go to the grocery right after I finish filming this and just like stock up on fruit, you know, get all the shit out of my house. You know, I share the house with my family. It's difficult, you know, when they bring in this kind of vegan processed things and I'm having these cravings. You know, if it wasn't in the house, maybe it would be easier. If it's in your house, it's in your mouth. That's what I say, because that's true for me. If it's in my house, it's in my mouth. I'm gonna eat it. If it's vegan, all right. If it's meat, I will never do that. But if it's vegan and it's in my house, it's in my mouth. So yeah, sorry I keep going on all these different tangents, different directions. I'm sorry if this video is a bit hard to follow. I didn't really plan it out. This is all just improvisation. Really, the point I want to make is please consider this before you do a juice fast and really understand why are you doing a juice fast. Honestly, I don't regret doing my juice fast. It was a beautiful experience. It was not easy. There was a lot of emotions that came up from past relationships, past traumas, cravings, all kinds of stuff that came up on the juice fast. And like I said, I'm grateful for that experience. I don't regret it, but there are definitely things to consider, and maybe you don't even need to do a juice fast. You know, I think another problem I kind of wanted to mention is that in the raw community, in the healing community, raw vegan, I mean, in this kind of holistic community, it's really, you know, built up the idea of doing a juice fast. And there are some creators out there, I'm not going to name any names, that really say this is the only way to heal. And I'm not sure if I agree with that or not, because I think the best way to heal is the most sustainable way to heal. And sustainable, you know, me doing a juice fast and restricting myself for 35 days, and then after the juice fast, it's like I go backwards. I'm back to eating old stuff that I wasn't even eating before the fast. Right? It's like I took 2 steps forward and then I took fucking 5 steps back, because now I'm back eating old processed stuff. I wasn't doing that before I was fasting. I was eating raw. I was eating fruit during the day and salads at night. I was fine. So why, just think about these kind of things. Like, why are you doing a fast? Do you really need to do a fast? Are you, you know, because I think I've seen so many people, right? If you watch Jillian Berry's channel, you can see so many people have healed themselves and really saved their lives on a juice fast or a water fast. And I'm not saying that that's not real. They needed to do that. They healed themselves. That is wonderful. I think water fasting and juice fasting in very specific situations can be an incredible healing tool, 100%. But I would not go as far to say that everyone needs to do this, because I think, like I said, sustainability is key. Doing something that works for you, that you enjoy, that's not going to cause you to go up and down and up and down and have these binges of eating crap. I think just eating raw, just eating fruits, a lot of fruits, or whatever raw works for you, lots of salads. And I think doing this for a long time can heal you. And there's no shortcut to healing. You know, fasting has been promoted as kind of this, like, you know, quick, let's heal now, you know, just do 30 days, 60 days, 90 days, and just heal everything. But that's just not how it works. It's simply not how it works. Healing is a lot more complicated than that, and there's different layers of healing. So no matter what, there's no shortcuts. And like I said, it's just, yeah, I think these are just things that need to be considered by you, by everyone, before embarking on a kind of fasting journey. And I'll also say that I think there's not as much emphasis and education put on like the refeeding. And of course, I just didn't really do my research. You know, I just started eating and I thought I would be okay. And you know, that's my ignorance, my fault. But you know, I'm in some juice fasting groups, I'm in some juice fasting communities, and I haven't seen a lot of people talk about like refeeding, you know? I see this like post from like John Rose or something I see this going over and over again, right? It's like, do the prune test. If you don't know what the prune test, you can look that up for yourself. Do the prune test, eat watery fruits for 2 days, and then you can incorporate bananas and salad on day 3 and 4, and then on day 5 and 6, you can start eating avocados. It's not that simple, okay? I thought it was gonna be that simple. It is not that simple. It is not. I mean, maybe it is for some people. I won't lie. Maybe some people have more self-control and they can just, but for me, it wasn't that simple. And the cravings came strong. And it's really important to be prepared for that. But like I said, maybe you don't even need to do a juice fast. Or maybe you don't need to go for a really long time. Shorter fasts are also incredibly beneficial. Arnold Ehret talks about this so much in the book, The Mucusless Diet Healing System. There's also a version annotated by Professor Spira. I would recommend that if you're embarking on some kind of healing journey, if you just got into this lifestyle of eating raw, if you're thinking about juicing, I would read Mucusless Diet Healing System. That's a great book. He mentions just the positive benefits of doing like a short fast, 24-day water fast, 48-day water fast. I mean, not 28-day, 24-hour water fast, or a 2-day water fast. And Arnold Ehret, who wrote the book, really emphasizes the importance of transition, taking your time, having patience, and sustainability, which I have come to learn is so important. Transitioning, sustainability. I think all of us just want the pill. We want the answer. We want, I want to heal now. But it's just not that simple. If we think about all the things that we've been through before this, how can you expect to heal that in a day, or in 30 days, or in 90 days? You can't. It's a lifetime of trauma, a lifetime of shit that we've put inside of our bodies, lifetime of pollution that we've been around, lifetime of clothes that had chemicals on them that we've worn. It can't be reversed in 30 days, 60 days, 90 days. So just understand, healing takes time. It's a journey that should be enjoyed. And the key is sustainability. You gotta enjoy what you're doing. So just keep that in mind. That's pretty much all I got for you. Thanks for watching. I really hope that this has benefited you in some way. Yeah, and I just really just wanted to be honest about that. You know, I was projecting this image that, you know, juice fasting was just the best thing ever, and I got hit with a reality check really hard after eating now. So yeah, I'm gonna be all right. I'm gonna go get a bunch of fruit and good stuff from the supermarket so that I have an abundance around me. Yeah, everything's gonna be all right. I love you. I appreciate you watching. If you enjoyed this, give it a like. It helps my channel. If you want to see more stuff like this, subscribe. It helps my channel. You get what I'm trying to say. Yeah, thanks, and have a wonderful day. I'll see you in the next one. Peace.